All right, y'all, we back with another video, man. Y'all know how we do, always pushing help well better understand the self. I went live on X too, but now they saying X is required. It's got some problems, so I ain't live on X right now, but it's all good. I'm live here, so check it out. In this video, I'm talking about in this stream. I'm talking about Charleston White, how he seems like he exposing Sarah Fields, someone that's in the camp with the district attorney and prosecuting Karmelo Anthony. And then we got Alligator Alcatraz out there in Florida where they saying that it's humane conditions. I'm going to get into that. When they never talked about humane conditions in the prison with Americans, with, the foundationals is in there and they never cared about that. So we're going to get into that. But first, make sure y'all hit that like button, man. It pushed me on the algorithm. I greatly appreciate that. I got a lot of comments about that last Charleston White, Karmelo Anthony, and I want to hear what y'all got to say about this. But check this out. This is the first, after Charleston White did that video that I showed y'all on my channel. If you ain't seen that, it was a dope video. But Sarah Fields, she's in the camp. I don't know if she's like the lead district attorney but she's something into the prosecution, right? So she put on there, I'm looking for an attorney. Defamation has consequences. And if I need to crowdsource for the funds, I will. Charleston White posted this an hour ago. It's at 100,000 views and counting. The entire video spews lies about the Metcalf family and Austin. He mentioned my name at he mentioned my name at least 100 times. He fantasized about white people dying, saying he wanted to watch white people get shot in real life. He called me a meth or told everyone I was on drugs and said my information is coming from someone from the inside. I can't even repeat everything he said without going against TOS on this platform. It's bad. I want an attorney, and discovery will be revealing. He placed a target on me, my unborn child, and my family. I'm not going to stop reporting, but I'm also not going to sit here and continue to allow this libel to spew about me when violent people are clearly involved. If they can't silence me, they will use incitement to get what they want. They know what they're doing. How much were you paid, Charleston? Full link to his video in the comments. If any attorney that wants to help sees this and believes I have a case, please reach out. Sees this and believes she got a case.
It was a Boy Scout tool that most white people give their elementary kids. You lift it this way, you lift it this way. About 12 items on there. A knife just so happens to be on there. I think even a fingernail file is on there. The knife was so small, it did not penetrate his heart. It was too small. It was a little small knife. They're not telling us this. And they tricked me, and they had me going against a good kid. They really had me going against a good kid, so I'm fucked up about this, my white Republican friends. I'm fucked up. This is what the Democrats did to the poor niggas with the rappers and come on, y'all are doing to, come on, you're gonna do what the Democrats are doing to the blacks. Just give us the truth. We're smart enough conservative. And by the way, my voting record is all conservative. Mike Wallace, you name it. Mona Bailey, me and Mona Bailey. Shelley Pritchard, Jen Hall, I know all of them. Tarrant County GOP Republican Party, I know all of them. All of them. Sarah, I'm in the loop. I mean, I know about you too.
Now, Sarah said, how much did they pay him? So, could it be because he's on your side? He's with the, MAGA, the Trump. So, I mean, that's who he got access to. I don't see Charleston taking a check from the other side. So, is he doing this for his own shock value? Or is it somebody behind this? That's what we all want to know.
Meth whore. I'm in the loop. So listen to me. They won't tell us that the knife was this small.
All right, so that's them talking about the knife, right? But check this out. This is what he did. It was last night. Speaking about the situation.
I got all the facts of the case. So there's a video that's been released by Frisco Independent School District because this is public information. And if you want to see this video, you can go up to Frisco Independent School District and see this video. That's why Sarah J. Fields and Austin Metcalf's dad, and now they've drugged the mom in, but they're trying to debunk people from going to see the video. Why do you think Sarah J. Fields, she released the indictment before anybody had the indictment, and she got a woman fired because they're using a new Jim Crow systematic tactic where they got the people inside the courts, they got the people inside, and they're working against the Karmelo Anthony family on behalf of Sarah J.
So they got Sarah J is like a journalist, so she's reporting on it. Okay, now I know her place. They giving her the information, and she's the one reporting on it.
Fields because she's a precinct chair and she's threatening to use her power from her precinct chair, I think District 30, to get people unelected and get people elected if they don't go against this case. So she's trying to use political power to influence and persuade this case. That is what Sarah J. Fields have partnered with Austin's family in trying to do. The mom wasn't too much in it. The mom's really been grieving. Austin Jeff Metcalf has been playing for the camera because he's been an absent father who abused the mom, and he think he can get back in with mom, and mom doesn't want anything to do with Jeff. That's why you don't see them standing in the camera together like you see the Karmelo Anthony's family doing. So let me stick to the case, to the facts, right? So Sarah has a lady who works for the Collin County courts who just lost her job, who released the indictment before anybody had it. So for whatever reason, Sarah is getting all this information and she's coming to misconstrue the information, and she's giving out misinformation and false information. Number one, the family has not touched the GoFundMe money. GoFundMe froze the money because the lawyers are trying to get the money. The lawyers are trying to get the money, not the family. It's the lawyers.
So we see that now. I got a better understanding that they trying to make this case really wild, where it's back and forth. So Sarah playing her part, and I think they had to get Charleston playing his part here because it just didn't work with him on the other side, in my opinion. But it seems like he is saying some damaging stuff about Sarah Fields. Check this out.
First group of people came through with civil rights lawyers trying to play for a civil rights lawsuit as if this was a police shooting. That's why they went with the race card. Biggest mistake they could have made. First mistake I told them they made, playing a race card. Now the white people was waiting for black people to play the race card. Now they're playing the race card in ways that we can't see. It's called racism. It's hidden in the fabrics. It's embedded in the fabrics of the design of America. So it's not blatant. You can't see it. It's hidden. Like somebody in Collin County courts who has a job to feed their family are releasing private information to a known, not a law enforcement, which is Sarah J. Fields. That's the first mistakes that's happening in this case. These are adults that's doing this. This was a children's problem, a children's issue. The adults have gotten in and made it hateful, ugly, and racist. And this is about right or wrong. This is clearly about right or wrong. This isn't about race. The adults have came in and made it about race. You don't hear no children online talking and fighting and going back and forth about this case. It's all hateful-hearted adults. It's not children. It's all hateful-hearted adults online bickering, going back and forth, spewing hate over an issue over children. And none of them was there. All the adults with opinion, none of them was there. So Sarah, let's tell the truth. Jeff, let's tell the truth. You even said in an interview, but you're talking too fucking much online, Jeff. You're talking too much online, Jeffrey Metcalf. And you're partnering with someone who wasn't there, and it's clearly she's a hateful-hearted. And by the way, Sarah,
now he gonna start going in. I'm gonna let y'all hear this, but man, Charleston is funny. I gotta give it though. He's a funny dude. He's funny. Check this
have
out.
your background as well. You said Dominique Alexander's a horrible person, and he is. And you once were too, Sarah. You used to smoke meth. You was a meth addict whore. So don't try to get cleaned up in the Republican Party and hide behind this conservative shield as if you once was a liberal whore, getting high, selling your cunt for meth. So come on, Zara. Don't play like you're just so high and mighty. Jeff, you're a woman beater. Used to beat your wife. The kids heard it. They saw it. You had anger issues, Jeff.
Oh,
Guess what?
man.
Your two big boys did too. They had very anger issues. And from what's been reported about Austin and his twin brother, they've been kicking ass since elementary. They've been bigger than most children. Not only that, they are trained experts in jujitsu. Why isn't the media reporting this?
So that's Charleston White going off on Sarah J. Fields. Now, he's on the side of Karmelo and he making a lot of noise, a lot of people covering his story, especially a lot of people on their side. And their main objection to what Charleston White doing is, how much are they paying? What happened? Like, you switched over. You jumped out the gate first, and then now you just did a whole 180. So I think that something transpired there. You know, could it have been the money? I'm not sure. I don't know if Charleston White probably trying to use this as bait. You know, he likes shock value. He like doing things for shock value. Shout out to you, the man in the high castle. He said this live. But yeah, this live, man. But that's what he's spewing. He's on Charleston White's side. He's exposing the justice system. Now, I do feel what he was saying when he was talking about how the justice system is constructed. I believe that. Okay, it's tapped into where they already know, they already got everything in alignment. So it's like you can't see it. You know, some people can't even see it. They'll just be like, but if you ever been back there and you understand how it is with, you got to have lawyer money, bonds, and how this stuff works, you know, they could bury you in there, and you know, they got total control of how things can be perceived. So I don't know what's Charleston White angle. We're gonna see where this going, but he is causing a lot of stir. A lot of the, I say the white right is talking about Charleston, like that, like they even know about Charleston. That's what's shocking to me. Like they understand what's going on with them. But now I want to show y'all what's crazy is we got over here in Florida, we got lawmakers, right? They are saying that, you know, they feel that the immigrants over there in Alligator Alcatraz, you know, I want to make sure that they're being fed right. You know, it's you know, so they're explaining the conditions there, but people are thinking like, yo, what's up with the thousands and hundred thousands of prisoners that it's in America? That we just had one in New York. He got killed in there by some prison guards. You know, it's a whole bunch of things that's going on in prison that's wild, and that we got time to be focusing on how the immigrants is treated. This is what the Democrat Party is doing now. So I'm gonna go over this, play this quick video, and I want to know what y'all think in the comment section.
There are, you know, small walls in each shower, but you know, we're talking about all 900 men who are held in this facility. It is built currently for 1,000, and they have no privacy at all when they're showering. For meals, when we walked through the quote unquote meal prep area, the kitchen area, for lack of a better term, they had the portions that were available for detainees, and they had the portions that were available for employees being prepared at the same time. The portions available for employees, large pieces of roast chicken, large sausages, and the detainees' lunches were a small, gray turkey and cheese sandwich, an apple, and chips, and that's it. We're talking about fully grown men being fed very small portions. When many asked, about the nutrition standards, they say that they are utilizing state prison standards that have been approved by ICE. But I mean, when I went to Chrome on an unannounced
Wow.
visit, and I spent 3.5 hours walking through Chrome, went to every nook and cranny of Chrome, went in the kitchen, saw the meals being prepared. The meals being prepared for Chrome.
What's funny is she said the employees there was, steak and roast chicken and, and they feeding them people sandwiches, which, I mean, that's everywhere. Like, she's not saying nothing that's not in every prison, jail in America. Why does it take some immigrants? That's my point. Why does it take some immigrants for you to feel like it's a problem? Yeah, I gotta plug my charger in, y'all. My battery will go there, but let me let her cook. But I mean, it's just disrespectful. The amount of disrespect.
Detainees were like the size, the portion and nutrition level, roast chicken, rice, beans, the size and portion levels and nutrition level that the employees get here. And they are I don't see how a large grown man at that, and there are many large grown men in this facility, I don't see how that could possibly sustain them nutritionally or not make them hungry. And when you have hungry people, obviously their mood changes.
So you mean to tell me all of these jails around here on how the food is? We having a press conference on like the food in their kind of jail? That's crazy.
A thermostat in with me, a manual thermostat. In the medical intake area, it was 85 degrees. This is inside the so-called air-conditioned tent. In the area, they only let us go up to the entranceway of where they were housing the detainees. They would not let us even a step past the threshold. It was 83 degrees. That was without being all the way in with all of the bodies that were living inside that. The last thing I want to mention is environmentally. They have dug out reclaimed environmental areas and dumped fill on top of them. They say that means that they have not put fill anywhere that wasn't, quote, already developed. But these are, since the 1970s, reclaimed environmental areas, and we have, obviously, Everglades restoration funding coming through here. We could not meet with any detainees. They gave us no specific reason or authority why we couldn't. They refused us access and wouldn't even let us go into the dormitory where they were.
It seems like to me the Democrat Party got some kind of connection with the immigrants. It's like they working hand in hand. And it's like they doing more and look at the immigrants as more of a asset than they do the American people. It's just, it is what it is, man. Let me know what y'all think.
They were being encaged. So this is an appalling, outrageous environment to detain anyone. And lastly, they say that there are only people who are in the final stages of deportation here. We have doubts about that. We've heard that there are detainees here who are not criminals, but we're going to need to ask a lot of follow-up questions. So thank you so much. I'll turn it over to Congressman Soto.
What we saw in our inspection today was a political stunt, dangerous and wasteful. Evidence of flooding, floors that are only about 8 inches above the ground, temperatures that are hot, and you see the isolation here. Also wasteful. It probably cost double the amount to put this facility here versus right by Chrome, which begs the question, why are they spending all this money for this location? And when asked, The director answered that he was not given a single reason why they chose this location. Not by the governor, not by the cabinet. And water has to be trucked into this facility. No running pipes. It makes no sense that this is here. And no ICE detainees have even been deported yet from this facility. We're in day 10. They have to be deported within 14 days. And so one can't help but understand and conclude that this is a total cruel political stunt meant to have a spectacle of political theater, and it's wasting taxpayer dollars and putting our ICE agents, our troops, and ICE detainees.
So that he's telling me that this is a stunt and y'all fighting it. This is a battle between y'all two, because it's like that. The Democratic Party got some kind of connection with the immigrants, the illegal immigrants that's working here. Y'all bringing them over here. So y'all don't want to look bad at giving people false promises and they going to jail. It's like
in jeopardy. En español, este es una chiste cruel, una situación muy peligrosa aquí en este cárcel. Hay inundación, es mucho calor y ellos están usando dinero en una manera.
He's speaking all kind of Miss America, you in Florida, man. But pretty much they going in there and they saying, "Oh, this ain't right. Oh, you guys you don't have a pillow." It's like they don't do none of this in the jails that's in America right now. They could care less what's going on in there. They don't even care. But when it comes to them immigrants, they like, hold on. We giving them grants. Y'all, I just did a video on how they passing out 50K grants. Not passing out, but you can get a $50,000 grant in California if you show that you had any distress from ICE. If you had any problems with them, you can get a 50K grant, which is just crazy, insane. So, and now we got this. They want to make sure that, the immigrants got steak dinners and chicken to eat too, just like the employees did. So, same thing was going on in the jails, in my opinion. All right, I watched half of this. I ain't gonna put y'all through the whole one and checking it out, but it's the same old, kind of what Charleston White was talking about in that live when he was speaking about the corruption on. I'm gonna play that again because this is how, because it's so real. Check this out. I'm press 1 for English.
Civil rights lawyers trying to play for a civil rights lawsuit as if this was a police shooting. That's why they went with the race card. Biggest mistake they could have made. First mistake I told them they made, playing a race card. Now the white people was waiting for black people to play the race card. Now they're playing the race card in ways that we can't see. It's called racism. It's hidden in the fabrics. It's embedded in the fabrics of the design of America. So it's not blatant. You can't see it. It's hidden, like somebody in Collin County courts who has a.
So, just like we saying, all of the stuff that was wrong in the prisons and the jails here, we never seen them have a press conference like, man, the food is. And I done been to some jails that I was like, wow, how are they even holding people in here? But when it comes to immigrants, we got people fighting up and stepping up. We seeing the blatant disrespect to the culture, to the lineage.
Job to feed their family or releasing private information to a known, not a law enforcement, which is Sarah J. Field. That's the first mistakes that's happening in this case. These are adults that's doing this. These are not, this was a children's problem, a children's issue. The adults have gotten in and made it hateful, ugly, and racist.
So that's all I was going in with, pretty much saying that the system is corrupted. It got us, we stuck, you know, because they got different things we can't see, we don't understand, man. But I want y'all to call in, man. I got about 20 more minutes on, man. I wanted to see what y'all think about this Charleston White, the immigrants. I see you, Universal Basic. No, the man in the high castle now. You done switched it up on me. You put, they are sports betting in prison with encrypted live stream, inmates versus inmates. That's crazy. I mean, if you in the room, if you in the jail and you just live streaming and you just got the technology and you ain't breaking out, I mean, I don't understand what's wrong with that. You can't go nowhere. But it is what it is. It is what it is. But yeah, man, Charleston White going in. Hey, he might get a lawsuit though. That's what, you know, everybody thinking and looking at. Like, the lady is trying to get, she ain't trying to pay no money for no lawyer, but she trying to say, if you think I got a case, give me a call. Nobody finna call you, lady. You ain't got no dang case, because the stuff is true. I don't know if Charleston White will go out there and lie like that, but he definitely called out her name. And it was funny. Charleston White is funny, but I mean, how he switched on this one, I ain't like how he jumped out the gate without. You never do that. Why would you jump out the gate and you didn't get all the information? It don't make sense to me, but that's what he did. He jumped out there with no parachute. But now he back on Karmelo's side. Let's see what Doge think about this. Doge, what's good, bro?
It's popping, my guy. It's popping.
Nothing much, man. We out here making it happen. What you said?
What's your thoughts on this tonight?
On this Charleston White or this immigrant? Which one?
All the above.
Man, Charleston White, I'm trying to just figure out what's his angle. What is he, you know? What script is he on? Because he seemed like he flipped the script from what he was previously preaching, and now he on some, you know, I'm sticking with the black people. So it's like I'm scratching my head. What you think about it?
You know, my first time really being asked a question. That's a great question, Lord God. You know, I'm under the suspicion that the money dries up.
Right.
And the grift is the grift. And they will be talking about one person, another person, you know, like, this is the hero. He's here to save America. But if you pay attention slowly, what's he doing to America? Oh, my God.
Mm-hmm.
The grift is real.
Super real. Yeah.
And this might even be a career vacancy that he might have seen available. But this is all that is. It's a grift. He's jumping grift.
Right.
Remember, he had said earlier on in the video, he's like, I just didn't have the spirit in me to do it no more. Like, I don't have that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he sounded like he was compromised, but he understood. Just like even in the Terminator movie, the Terminator had forgotten his mission at one point.
Right.
Same thing with like Goku when he came from planet Vegeta to Earth, to Earth, because he had a mission. Same thing with Clark Kent. They had a mission. It was supposed to be different.
Right.
You know, not to have these redeeming qualities. However, with Charleston White, if I remember correctly, when he got out of prison, he was talking a lot of more churchy, more upbeat, more helping, empowering Black people at one point.
Yeah, I guess you could say that. You could say that.
But it wasn't making money.
Right.
And he found his way.
He found his
Being
lane.
loud, obnoxious, master troll. And to take it to an entertainment level, I still think he is a comedian. But
yeah,
you can't take like their jokes aren't serious sometimes.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a joke that he's switched up, but I believe there's more monetary gain. How many people have you seen all of a sudden talk cash reparations all of a sudden?
Cash reparation?
Yeah.
For Blacks, you mean?
Yeah, just out the woodwork. They were talking somewhere else, but then they switched up the format.
I never seen that.
Okay. Dr. Phil or Dr. Scott.
Yeah.
He had a different message at one point.
Yeah? Phil Scott. Yeah, the guy, I watch him, man. Yeah.
Yeah, he was more Pan-African.
Yeah, because he got sold. I can understand why he got sold to African, but now we're just realizing that, bro, there's people here for long periods of time. This is the longest documented place where Black people was at. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
so I'm not faulting none of these people. I'm not faulting Charleston White, but there could be, like I said, even in old age, this theory that old dog can't learn new tricks. Well, possibly in this paradigm where everything's up close, people do see things. They get in the news, information, new information. And they're getting it even late in life. And, I want to take it, hey, Charleston White maybe having a revelation. I don't know. I don't think so. I just think it is a career shift.
Right.
You would want him defending you.
Gotcha. You just think I think that me personally, I think he was losing his pull. This is what I said in my video. I think even with Black people, just because how he's been acting has been more he's been losing. So it's like you got to get on their side on something, bro. Because that was your fan base. You know what I mean? Your fan base was Black people. And I think that people was more like, man, he's a weirdo. Oh, he's an agent. So it's like, this is the perfect cause for him to try to get back in the good graces of the people. You know what I'm saying?
Correct. Correct. So when I'm thinking about this Florida thing, what's going on with Florida, and what you pointed out, the DNC, I believe that over time, those protests, all the above, is going to turn into more like an abolitionist. But they're not abolitionists. They don't have an abolitionist movement. But the abolitionists were engaged in the liberation of slavery. Had organizations. They're known for that at the time.
Yeah.
I believe that this is a mockery of what's about to happen next, where you have illegals under the floorboards, not giving them up. You're going to have to take me with me. You're going to have to take them with me, Deport me too.
Right.
I really believe it's going to get bizarre like that. And I believe that if they're able to get together by 2028,
Yeah.
they're going to give these people reparations. They're going to bring them all back. They're going to bring them all back too.
You mean they're going to play with us like that? They're going to play with FBA like that?
Yeah, without a doubt. And I think
disrespect.
they're showing it more with the California thing.
Yeah, with the grants for the 50K. That's crazy, man.
And with with President Trump, who I do say myself, he is the greatest president of the United States of America.
Bruh, hold on. Let me stop you there.
What I was also going to say next, in addition to that, is that he's very busy, it appears. And sometimes you have to let go of certain issues. But the one issue that I think that he may not let go, because it appears he's doing well at it, is this immigration stuff.
Right.
I don't think people have seen anything so far.
Okay, but check this out.
Deportations.
Yeah, we didn't see the mass deportations. But what do you think about how he handled the Epstein case?
There's problems. What I'm saying is that, let me answer. That's a great question, Mr. Water Guy. I think with the Epstein case, that's not even yet the tip of the iceberg. What's going on now is this. You promised one thing. You're connected to promising this. Now, all of a sudden, so when people are paying attention to this, even late in life, you have MAGA people late in life that are saying, I thought I had the right information, but I don't know now. I'm pulling away.
That's what I'm saying with you. Do you feel that?
Yeah, sometimes people get new information, late in life. And they're so old too, but it's happening late in life. You're seeing them switch up. They're grifting now. Candace Owens, she's more grifting now. Like she was team Trump at first.
Yep, Charleston White and Candace Owens is they shout out to Jarvis Coleman. He was in the chat. He said that Charleston White can't be trusted, him and Candace Owens. But check this out. I'm saying from what you seeing and what you know about Trump with
Musk, the same way.
Yeah.
He's, people are flipping.
Have you flipped on Trump though? That's my point. Have you was like, no?
What I said before at Team Department of Government Efficiency is that Trump, thus far, Mr. President Trump is the greatest president ever.
Right, but your guy Elon Musk said that he's gonna expose the files, and he says Trump is on it. So if Trump is a messes with little girls, would you still say he's a great? Would you still say he's a great president?
Next question.
Right, I don't even want to get that on here, but do you understand what I'm saying, man? You jumping out the gate for the man, and you could be protecting a pedo. You know what I mean?
How about this?
Yeah.
How about this? Maybe there was never a list.
Okay, I can get you there. Definitely.
Maybe it's something more different.
No, them people say, bro, listen.
It's a ledger.
I'm gonna show you.
It's a ledger of some sort, but maybe it's not a client list.
Bro, I'm gonna show you some white people that's upset with Trump. I don't know if you've seen it. I'm finna show you right now. They're upset about that Epstein list.
Also, I want to say here at the Department of Government Efficiency, there are no investigators here. That might be above my pay grade, but I can say that my only issue with this administration, with President Trump, is that they may not be moving fast enough with certain issues. That's about it.
Right, man. There was some white people going off on Trump. I wanted to catch it, but I
do think that this administration, I think the last administration that he had, he probably had a better cabinet.
Okay.
That's all I gotta say is because it seems like there's people who, they may not be as fully committed to the administration as people think. I do think that there's going to be people leaving from that administration. I'm not sure who. Oh, yeah, that one guy, he said, he doesn't want to be a part of it because of the Epstein case.
Yeah.
It's a touchy situation, who was there?
What you mean, who was there? We see pictures, bro. We see pictures of Trump, bro. I'm going to show you some pictures of Trump and Epstein was in like 10 different pictures. Trump said he was only with the guy a couple times, right? He was like, I only seen the guy like 1 or 2 times. Bro, it was...
I don't know all the information.
Okay, well, I'm telling you this right now, right? He said, I was only seeing the guy a couple times. I went to a couple parties. And then they pulled up 10 pictures of this man with Trump taking pictures. I'm finna show you him so you don't think I'm just, you know what I'm saying? Now, listen.
Yeah,
he could still be a good president and could be a pedophile. I mean, I ain't gonna take what, if you feel like I'm just saying, like.
What constitutes as a pedophile?
If you was on the Epstein Island messing with kids, you a pedophile.
If you were messing with kids.
Yeah. Man, matter of fact, you ain't even gotta be. If you was over there,
you didn't know.
Listen,
that was really going down.
Yes, you a pedophile. In if you was just
shown to you,
if it was shown to you,
it was not shown to you.
Nah. You seen little kid. Listen, I done been to parties. If I ever seen little kids around there, I'm all ready to be like, man, what the hell going on? If you ain't.
But where are these little kids at? I've never heard of the allegations of little kids.
It's women. Listen, it's women that was confessing, that was saying that they were underage and they were there at this island and getting raped. It's multiple women that were saying that, right? And it's DEA.
So what ages do you think?
Huh?
What ages?
Bro, underage, 15, 16, 14, that age, bro. Like,
yeah, we gotta say those names and name those numbers. Yeah, we gotta be very clear. I want to be, if underage to me is underage to me, no matter if it's under 18 years old or not. That's not what I'm attracted to be very clear. But I want to say those numbers. Like,
so check this out, bro. Shout out to Jarvis.
Because that one girl who just unalived herself.
Yeah.
I didn't know how young she was.
So if you had an island, right? So listen, let's say you at Epstein Island, and you see some, a young girl, you see something that's suspicious. Do you still keep partying and you don't say nothing, and you like, yo, I'm gonna just let them do them? Or do you say, yo, this whole thing, no, I gotta turn this whole thing upside down? How you feel about that?
Of course, you're gonna turn that stuff upside down. I mean,
exactly.
I would think.
I would hope everybody would, but if Trump was over there and he didn't turn it upside down, and you see how he know everything now, what's going on in other countries and everything. If he knew what was going on, is he guilty to you?
The case is not closed.
Yeah, he killed. Listen,
over that. The
let me
case,
show you.
There's no closure of the
Let
case.
me show you the
It's
finesse.
saying there's the term client list, though.
Bro, they took the man
very
out.
sensitive.
Check this out. They took the man out. He's gone. It's like if me
that is sensitive too, like the tape. Like they're saying no one came up in a cell. Yeah, I know it could be doctored. Definitely. Who believes that?
This is what it's powerful money going on. Look, this is powerful
so
people. This is real money.
Do you believe there was really a client list even needed for this?
Yes, I think it was more than
with names and just.
Yes, the people who had Diddy doing that thing out there with the
Then there has to be more than just that client list. There has to be.
Yeah, but people know how to get out of trouble. I understand what you're saying, but people know how to look, bro, I'm risking.
You can keep the case open for multiple reasons. It's not about that client list. It's about what are they going after next. He said he was going to release the client list.
That's what the lady said. Yes.
Is the case open or is it going to close now? That is the question. He said, with my first thing of the new administration, I will get the Epstein. I will release the client list, the Epstein list. That was a big thing of what he was saying.
Right. So you
now
think
there's no Epstein list.
Right. So do you think it's no Epstein list?
Still open.
But check it. Do you think it's no Epstein list, or you think it's an Epstein list, but big money got a hold of it and was like, look, man, ain't no Epstein list?
I think there is no Epstein, never was an Epstein list.
Okay, you think it was never no Epstein list. You just think the Democratic Party had that, like they trying to, play them or something?
Okay, let's look at this a little deeper. We're dealing with Hollywood, right? Special effects, prosthetic ears, prosthetic limbs, blood bursting, television, prime time, makeup, lights, camera. We're dealing with show business at its peak. Now, there's always this thing about in life where there's multiple crucifixions beforehand.
Right.
But there's always a story about how when someone was taken off the cross, there was a rich man named Josephus, and he had a tomb. And the glass that was given a drink.
Mr. President, you released this statement, and you want to.
Was really a mandrake. It was a narcotic to put you to sleep. It was a narcotic to put you to sleep, and you would look like and appear like you were dead. Things of that nature. So there's a lot of conspiracies to things. But if this was a conspiracy with Epstein, which it is, who says he's dead?
I don't know, but check this. Look, I want to get.
Dead?
Yeah,
There was no funeral. There was no funeral.
Yeah, man, but they said Tupac wasn't dead. Check this out. What this guy's saying. Let me play this little quick. Listen, let me play this little clip, bro. And I want to know what you think about this. Check it out.
Mr. President, you released this statement, and you want to know why it matters and who cares. Well, the victims care. We care. I'm maybe nobody, but I voted for you 3 times, and I've stated publicly that it's a hill that I'm willing to die on. Your attorney general that you say is doing a fantastic job, she unsolicitedly and personally handed me a notebook with redacted, declassified files from court documents and said this was the first phase of what was going to be transparency from the administration on this issue. We didn't ask for that. We chose to believe that the administration was going to take the next steps in doing something about it. And now we're being told that nothing is going to be done, that it doesn't matter. Well, it does matter. And it is still a hill worth dying on, because a society built on this level of deception and perversion is no society at all. And it's certainly not a republic, sir. So I respectfully ask you, please reconsider the position on this for what it's worth coming from me. I voted for you 3 times, but I'm not anybody. But I'm asking you, sir, truth matters. There's a woman in jail because somebody's guilty. There's a man who's mysteriously dead that we know was guilty. Who else was involved? That's all we're asking for. It's what we want to know. And somebody else was involved, and somebody knows who it was. So we're asking you, pleading with you. Please, sir. And God bless you, Mr. President.
So, you see this? This is what and now your boy Elon Musk is saying look, Trump is in there. Trump was there. Trump is a pedo. Elon Musk is calling Trump this. So what's your take? Like,
I don't work for Elon.
huh? You don't work for Elon?
No.
Bro, but you calling yourself Doge, and that's an enemy to Trump. But you saying you on Trump's side.
You call it to me, I call.
All right. You Doge, I mean, you repping that Doge, and that's Trump ally. Trump don't like that.
Like I said, people are willing to learn right information. I believe there's never an age limit on that. And I want to first say this: if I have any information wrong, I'm not clearing no one. I'm not of any authority to clear anyone. These are people who are big players in the game. And the way I see as an observer is this. First and foremost, we have the greatest president of the United States of America right now, currently, getting things done.
But
would you rather, how deeply involved are you with Epstein? Is this not a paid distraction? Why do you even care?
This is why I care, because accountability. If that would have been me,
Epstein list.
The Epstein list.
Cash reparations, Epstein list.
Which one do I care more about?
Mm-hmm.
I care about both of them because I care about the crooked people that.
That should be a challenge right there, but okay. Tell me so.
Yeah, because I feel like I care about people that higher up that's messing with children, bro. I ain't
can't do both.
Huh?
Come on, man. You can't do both. But go ahead. You said both, but
yeah, because you know, listen, bro. In our culture, we don't play. It's one thing we don't play by: women, kids, and our ancestors, bro. We ain't playing. Like when it comes to kids, it's like if Trump is on this Epstein list and he got any ties to that, he need to go to jail.
Because someone who could be bad baby, a younger catch me outside at her young age, happened to be at the Epstein Island. You're going to flip your bricks?
Yeah, you supposed to cut down the whole operation as soon as when you know it. If you didn't, listen, if you didn't, you are a part of it. You did something, you allowed people to be, mistreated. So yeah, you a part of it. Even if you just stood back and watched.
A lot of people you gonna jail them?
They gotta go to jail. They gotta go to jail and pay. Yeah. You got to, because too much power, too much money.
More important than cash reparations.
Huh?
That's more important than cash reparations.
Right is right, bro. Like I can't put them up against each other. Right is right and wrong is wrong. I can't have, how many black women we got coming up missing, bro? Like it's been a lot of black women we've been having coming up missing. Like they could be somewhere being.
I didn't know black women were ever at Epstein's Island like that, or black children.
I mean, Epstein is the one that got caught, bro. I used to ride up and down the highway with narcotics hundreds of times.
So
I got caught one or two times, bro. So when you get caught, but I went back and I was doing it again. So it's like when people get caught, bro, like...
I'm children more safer now since Epstein's dead or alive.
Huh?
Are the children more safe now? The baby's more safe since Epstein's dead or alive?
I think Epstein was a fall guy. Like even with Diddy.
Are the children more safe? The children in the United States more safe?
Nah, it's the same thing going on.
Cash reparations over everything. This is all a distraction. We should never be invested like that.
Oh, you mean we should never be invested in the Trump thing like that?
Never. What does the guy's dead? There's no list. We're not investigators. Let's
Bro,
get this.
if I'm going to court, right? Let's say you got something on me and you could tear me down on Water God TV and we did some kind of business together and I take you out so I don't go to jail. And you don't tell on me and you don't get me, bro. That's deep. That's big. If that was us in the streets on some gangster stuff, that'd be all over the media. Oh my gosh, I think it's
man act out here, bro. They all catching the man act. They all trying to pinpoint us from day one. Right. You know, we always go through this. Like we always are labeled as some Rick James or some Ike Turner. You know, we all, so we going through these things, been going through these things. Don't concern us.
All right, but I'm just saying, all right, let's just say you're right. It don't concern us. But if Elon Musk show you proof that Trump was at these, he was at these freak offs with Epstein, would you denounce? Because Diddy isn't the guy who came up with all of this, bro. He's another. This been going on, bro.
Man, Diddy didn't do anything wrong, bro.
But all I'm saying is stuff like that. That's like
I'm not letting my brothers and young men of all demographics in this country go down for what's about to go down. I can't play into feeding this cosmic push for a grown man being naughty with another grown woman in their own with other freaky adults too.
So you don't want? Okay, so basically you saying even if Elon Musk proves to you, check it.
The guidelines, they're going through all the precautions. Okay, we're getting so high. Let's put an IV in us and rehydrate. They're living above our tax bracket. They don't even know us. We can't call them by accident. They got different SIM cards in their phone, bro.
Right, but check this out. I got you. I just want you to answer this question. If Elon Musk has proof,
there's no children. But that's why I wanted to really know who was that girl? Like that girl who just unalived herself at Epstein's Island. Like, how old was she for real?
I don't know, bro. It's some weird stuff going on that they hiding. But I'm telling you, I'm asking you.
Man, I don't buy it, bro.
Oh, you don't think it's real?
No.
So you think Epstein ain't had them women out there like that? Bro, it's a lot of...
I don't buy the Epstein. I don't buy the Bill Cosby. I'm not buying it no more. Listen, just because I like something or whatever, or the children in the future who become adult men, we got to take this day back, man, because we're going too far with believing this stuff. This stuff is going out of control. A man and a woman should be able to meet each other offline, talk to one another. They shouldn't be. Why is it that we have same-sex couples holding each other's hands publicly, but when a straight couple has to be, if he really loves that woman and holds her hand publicly, oh, he's a simp or she's a sucker.
Bro, they said.
Really love someone.
Bro, they say.
Hold it up.
Bro, they asking, was you at the Epstein Island in the chat, man? They like, dang, this dude was at the island?
There is no Epstein Island.
You know for a fact, huh? Well, I'm gonna go over you this paperwork, right? It says Donald Trump. This is by Travis Matthew. Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. For all you MAGA,
Man, what did they do with Michael Jackson?
right?
You
Okay,
watched that?
I'm with you on Michael. They did play with Michael. They did play with Michael. I'm with you on that.
He stuck up for Michael.
Huh?
He stuck up for Michael. Trump stuck up for Michael.
Okay, he stuck up for Michael. So you saying that they could try to put Trump into this whole thing? That's your point.
I'm saying, who said this island really exists, man?
Okay.
How we know we don't believe in some cosmic fluff right now?
I'm telling you, it's white people. It's the Caucasian.
Are the children,
bro.
Are the children less protected now or more protected?
Black people don't know nothing about this. They did this to white women. It's the white people that are upset. They're like, no, we want answers. We want the truth. We don't want to let this slide, Trump. They pressing them about this. So it's like...
Yes, they are. You got to get that together because, like I said, people are flipping. People are flipping on it. They're grifting. They're flipping the other direction.
I got you, but you put Trump in the same category as Michael Jack, bro.
And I'm also concerned with this insurance topic too, where people at the end of the year there's no more Obamacare. You know, like it may not affect everyone I know.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not myself either. However, this insurance thing where people will have no insurance by the end of the year in December. There's a lot of things going on that are more pressing than the Epstein thing. Playing with people's insurance is like playing with food stamps. If this country has been threatened by taking the food stamps away by the Republican Party so many times, but they never do it. Mm-hmm. The reason is because it can end up in cannibalism. Imagine 90 days without food stamps in some of these red states where they depend on it the most.
Right. So you saying we got other issues we got to be worrying about? Reparations.
We already saw a situation earlier this year in February. What I'm saying is that we want to be very careful about the information we're focusing on. The DOJ says it's not focusing on the Epstein list. There are missing children out here right now.
Right.
Epstein is gone. There are children working under the age and, and on these farms and stuff like that. And you have the Democratic Party jumping up and down trying to keep them working.
Right. Well, check this out. This is how I feel like it will work, because I think the Epstein case will get to the bottom of these organ traffickers, kids. It'll get to the bottom of all of this, and it'll get them out of the game. So now I don't feel like, if nobody's being really arrested, I don't think Jeffrey Epstein was the top dog. I think he was just doing this for higher ups. I don't think he was. I just think he was just one of the guys that they was using. I think they're smart enough to know how to keep themselves a person away from activities. You get what I'm saying?
Okay. So guess what? They released the Epstein list. What do you want next?
I want them higher ups, whoever was involved, they getting life. Assets get taken away. You can't.
More than these reparations?
Huh?
More than these reparations?
That's a whole nother story. I mean, they're a part of that, but that's not, that probably got something to do with it. The same thing you doing with the little kids and all of that is what.
And they said when they investigate themselves, hey, it's like police investigating themselves.
Exactly.
What you expect?
Exactly. So we can't hold them accountable for this. How we gonna hold them accountable for reparations? They gonna be like, man, giving up, man. We ain't gotta give y'all nothing. We got a whole children on islands. And ain't nobody doing nothing.
The insurance company claims Epstein is dead. Let's leave it alone.
Yeah. But they
The
also
man is dead.
the
The
man
children are the children less safe since he's dead.
Right.
Is he forced it? You still leave your front door locked.
Yeah.
Since Epstein is gone, our kids gonna stop doing trick or treating. Our parents gonna say Stranger Danger's over on Halloween night. Are we still gonna drink this Kool-Aid?
Right, man. We gonna get it on. We gonna get it on something.
Cardi B.
Right. Yeah, I'm gonna do a video on her. But check this out, man. Go ahead and land your plane. I'm at that hour. I probably got 10 more minutes on. But
I think people on Earth.
Mm-hmm.
They're here still after the children, the babies. They get them at an early age. Don't be fooled. They're getting them hooked on these foods. They're getting hooked on these social media websites for them to become better consumers at an early age. Your grandchild at age 11 is in the need to finding out how they can make more money for themselves. They see grandma, who's now their mother, because there is no mother. The mother's in rehab. The father's in jail. It's going all across the board. Children, grandchildren are putting their grandparents, who are actually their parents now, in convalescent homes. They don't even care. They're not raising them.
Right.
This is the future. We have a problem here.
Right. You said it's bigger than this. All right, Doge, man. Look, I get you. I got your problem, man. I'm going to catch you. We're going to catch you on the next one. When these Epstein's files come out, bro, I need you to be ASAP. We got to hear from you. You heard?
Bitcoin is going to 127. Here we go.
For real. It is going up, man. Make sure y'all definitely I'm gonna have a date just for some stock tips. But man, this man was on Trump. But it's all good. Jarvis, appreciate you for tapping in, man. Toby, me, shout out to you, Miss Mickey. Shout out to Mickey. And everybody else who was tapped in, man. Mina. I'm gonna drop some more content, man, tomorrow on this. He said Doge is a bull of sugar. Jarvis, you shout out, man. Yeah, that's crazy. But man, y'all know how it is, man. We got some people that, boy, they love listen. Trump is their favorite president, boy. It is what it is about them, man. Got a lot of brothers like that. But we gonna keep bringing the truth, man. Listen, we feel like it's something fishy about it with you, Trump. I'm gonna keep it all the way 100. That's how I feel. But I mean, I ain't finna go into no investigation, but I am interested in seeing what Elon Musk gonna come up with, because he claiming he gonna get the information before he die. That's one of his goals, is to get the real information. So we'll see how that moves. But man, I appreciate everybody for tapping in, man. I will be on here live tomorrow. Probably see if I can get somebody on. But man, appreciate you, Jarvis. Appreciate y'all. You put Elon, LOL. Yeah, man, I'm gonna be tapped in tomorrow, man. Y'all make sure y'all look out for your boy. I catch y'all in the next video, man. Peace and love, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button too for me, man. Appreciate it. Push me on the algorithm. Love, man. Love. Peace and love.